Hello, my friends. This is Andy Falco Jimenez coming to you live from where am I? I'm in Brea at the new Fisherman's Access. And first and foremost, I'm going to repeat this a couple times. So if you're joining early, I'm sorry, but you're going to hear this a couple times. But it's important for people to understand that tonight we have a school board meeting at the Placentia Yorba Linda Unified School District. I'm told that it starts at 6 o'clock. It's an early start tonight. On the website, it doesn't say that it starts at 6. I'm telling you what I've been told. And so the Placentia Yorba Linda Unified School District school board meeting, based on what I've been told, is at 6 p.m. If there's anybody that comes on that knows, please go ahead and comment and put it in there to make sure that that is the correct time. Sorry, I'm getting a little error message on my thing here. Hopefully, you're seeing this broadcast. But the Placentia Yorba Linda Unified School District tonight school board meeting. They're going to have I believe the Orange County sheriff will be speaking, and a representative from the Placentia Police Department to talk about how they're going to keep our schools safe. I understand that's going to happen tonight, and so I think that is why that it's starting at 6 o'clock. So you'll want to be there early. I have a slamming tight schedule, so I'm hoping I will be there in time to have a seat, because I am encouraging everyone to show up. Based on what's happening in our country, what happened last night and what's happening now, I hope that many of you who have decided over the last couple of years to say nothing and to continue to be quiet because you're afraid you're going to get fired from your job, you're afraid to upset members of your family or friends, or to get kicked off, to lose friends on your social media. If you're one of those people who have stayed silent because you're afraid, I hope that what happened last night is a sign that it's not going to do you any good to do that. The only thing you're doing is harming yourself, and you're harming this country. It is time to stand up and stand strong. And I have never been more serious than I am today, is that we as Americans, and I don't necessarily even care if you're a conservative Christian, a libertarian, or a Democrat, you need to understand that it does not matter. You can be a Democrat right now and think what happened last night is fantastic, but you also should be scared that the politicians that are in our government feel that they can use a law enforcement arm of the government to go after an opponent. Because at some point, and we believe in November 2022 in the upcoming midterm elections, is that the other party is going to be in charge of at least two of the branches of our government. And if you think what happened last night is cool and okay, then you are making your own bed, and you are going to need to sleep in it. I see people right now taking some of my posts and commenting and saying, "Oh, look at him. He's all upset and all sad and that kind of stuff." I am upset for this country. I'm not necessarily just upset about what happened to the president yesterday. I'm upset for this country. The FBI has become essentially a weapon against Americans. It is a once great law enforcement branch of this government that is no longer relevant. And I know that members of my family have friends that are FBI agents. I know FBI agents that our children go to school with, their children. And I am sad for them, because not every FBI agent um, is corrupt. But how they found yesterday 30 FBI agents to go along with this corrupt, evil, tyrannical plan to do what they did last night, I do not understand how they found 30. I understand how they might have found two or three, but how they found 30 to go along with it and not quit. I have not heard of any FBI agents that were asked to be on the team, the entry team, the search team, whatever team that they were going to take over there. I have not heard of any of them quitting or saying that they refused to go, and then they would take the consequences and be fired for not going or not following orders. But if there isn't any, then the FBI is lost. The FBI has lost all credibility. The DOJ has lost all credibility. They've lost credibility a long, long time ago. But last night just confirmed that the FBI is going to be short-lived and needs to be overhauled and renamed or taken out completely, and a whole nother type of, we need that type of law enforcement in our country. But the FBI as it stands now is a corrupt tool that has been used by the party that is in power currently. You can't even necessarily call it the Democratic Party anymore. Who knows who they are? I believe China has taken over our country and is in charge of our country right now. And I know that, long ago, I would have said that is a conspiracy theory that only comes from crazy people, but I no longer feel that way. I have no problem believing or thinking or sharing my thoughts that somehow, some way, not directly, but the Chinese government has control over members of our party from the president down that are causing or using our FBI and DOJ against those Americans who are fighting to stay and keep control of this country and the Constitution as it stands now. That's what we're at war against. We're at war against people who have taken over our government, that do not want our Constitution to stand as it is, do not want our Supreme Court to be useful and to stand the way that it's worked for 200 years, to keep our Congress and our Senate working the way that it's supposed to work, and the presidency to work the way that it's supposed to work, that they have undermined and taken over and have decided that they are going to cause chaos in our country. And it comes from the Chinese Communist Party. In some way, they have infiltrated, they have information that they have threatened to leak if they don't follow their demands. And it is unfortunate. The important thing that you need to know, if you're watching this because of, Vote PYL Vote Facebook group, or the California Parent Alliance, which I'm also broadcasting on, or the Andy Falco Show, whatever those things are, which you think is more of a discussion in more cases than not about local politics, this is a time for you to get riled up, to be at the school board meetings, to be at the city council meetings, whether it's in Yorba Linda, Fullerton, Placentia, Anaheim. You need to now feel energized that if you've been sleeping, and again, I'm going to visit those people that I have had conversations with people that say, I can't have the American flag on my Zoom call at the office. I can't have it at my desk. I can't post anything on my Facebook because my friends will get mad at me or my family get mad at me. You guys are the problem. You are the problem, that you are not standing up for this country, regardless of your party. Regardless of your party, if you are not standing up for your country, and you think that it's all about just what happened last night to President Trump, it's not. That is just one of, I want to say, 100 things that are going on right now. That if you are in the Democratic Party and you voted for the empty suit that they are calling a president that's in the White House, if you really believe that he's doing anything as far as presidential, that he's pulling into the strings, that he's making any decisions, he is not. His wife is culpable in the elder abuse of that empty suit, and she is guilty of what the lives that are being lost at the border, the lives that were lost in Afghanistan, in the pullout in Afghanistan, the lives that are being lost due to the deaths of the poisonings of fentanyl that's coming across our border, to the people that are dying in Chicago and Baltimore, and Los Angeles and Seattle and Portland, all of the people that are being killed because of these poor policy decisions of defund the police, of dismantling the police. All the lives that are being lost are on the hands of the people that are in our federal government and local government. And that is why you need to be at the Placentia Yorba Linda Unified School District meeting, because that's where it starts. You need to be at the city council meetings, because that's also where it starts. And taking any stance that you can in Sacramento, either through the phone calls to your assemblymen, assemblywomen, senators, congressmen. You need to wake up and be active and share on your social media. Use the social media against them. Talk about these things at work. Take a chance. If you get fired, if you have to quit, if you have to retire, that's what has to happen, because the country is lost. And you saying that you're afraid is what they want. They want you to be afraid. They want you to be so afraid that you don't say anything. They want you to be afraid that you don't show up to school board meetings. They want you to be afraid that you don't show up to city council meetings. That is exactly what they want, and it's working. If you don't get involved now, we will lose our churches. 87,000 IRS agents are going to be hired to take out all of the people, all of the organizations, all of the business that need to have a status when it comes to nonprofit, when it comes to corporations, when it comes to all the things that the IRS is responsible for. That they're going to come after any company that doesn't toe the line, any church that doesn't close down because the government said so. You just wait and see that what they're going to use, those 87,000 IRS agents that you have unleashed, Democrat voters, that you don't think that what happened to President Trump last night is not going to happen to you, that you think it's funny that they did what they did last night, that they're using the FBI and the DOJ in the way that they did last night, that they could have sent a subpoena, not a search warrant, because he had been cooperating with the boxes that they want to look at. The attorneys have been working with the government in regard to what it is that they were looking for or looking at, and determining whether he could keep whatever it was or that it had to be turned over. That his cooperation is the thing that leads to a subpoena, not to a search warrant. That you think it's okay that they didn't do that for Hillary Clinton or Barack Obama or any of the other people that were doing the very same thing that they're accusing President Trump of? Do you think that that's okay? You're sadly mistaken. You need to get involved. You need to be at the school board meeting. You need to be at the city council meetings. You need to make sure that you listen to what's going on in Sacramento, and you need to bombard them with phone calls and emails, regardless of whether you think it's going to help or not. It doesn't matter. You need to do what's right. It may not change anything, but you need to wake up and you need to get involved. Tonight, the school board meeting, there's a chance that I might be late. I got so much on my plate. I'm going to do all I can to be there tonight, and so that I could broadcast live. But whether I'm going to be there or not, you need to be there, and you need to find other people to take with you. We need to fill the room and be there to show them coming into this new schoolyard, school year, the parents need to be listened to. The parents need to be back in charge of what happens in our schools, regardless of what the teachers union say, regardless of the few teachers that are woke teachers, regardless of the parents have a say in what happens in our schools. So be there tonight, show up, be involved. And then when it comes to November 2022, the midterms, when the 2 school board members have to be reelected, or have to be voted on, that we bring in Todd Frazier and Rich Engel, no S. You're going to vote for them, and you're going to get out the 2 people that have been there way too long, and make sure that you send a message that the parents are back in charge of our school board and our school district. All right, my friends, I'll see you there tonight. Take care. Talk to you later. Bye.